In the land of Lunary, created by the goddess of light, all races live there, led by their kings to maintain the balance of their world. However, there is one young king who wants to stand above them all, a powerful tyrant and undefeatable demon king. All of the other races have gathered to make an alliance for the purpose of taking him down. Our main character shows up, and upon seeing him, all of them are dominated. He says that they are favoring him by gathering there, so he can end and kill them all. All of them are scared and panicking, as they didn't expect our MC to arrive so soon. He tells them to retreat, but it's too late. Our MC casts a powerful magic to annihilate them, and they feel that their lives are going to end, accepting their fate. This girl rushes to him like a thunderbolt, and our MC is surprised by her speed. She reaches him and attacks him, but our MC defends himself and a large energy burst out while the two of them exchanging blows. After that intense fight, our MC couldn't believe that the girl could face him alone. He asks her what made her so strong, saying that there is no way that a mere human like her could have that kind of power to equal him. Our MC is aggressive, saying that she can't hide the power from him, and he will take it from her. But our MC was surprised at that moment, because the girl was imitating some strong beliefs, and said to our MC that it was something that he was incapable of understanding, while he was so curious about it, and wondered what it was that he couldn't do, while they were arguing with each other. Our MC said that as a demon king, there was nothing in the world that he couldn't do that she could, and asked her what it was. She shouted that it was love, while she was blushing. At that moment, our MC was shocked by what he heard, and said that the girl was telling him that she broke his bloody manticore spine dark matter armor with the power of love, while the girl couldn't hide her feelings. In this situation, I felt something was wrong, but whatever, let's go back to the story. The girl's face turned red, while she was blushing again, and said that he was right. But our MC had no idea what love meant, and said that he didn't know what kind of spell could destroy the armor he forged for 50 years, and wondered if it was some kind of human secret weapon. He said that it might be a curse, and that he was cursed by love, while he was panicking, thinking about it, and so confused. He said that this was his first time encountering such a change in battle knowledge, and he wanted to pretend that he knew and was capable of love, but at that moment, the girl noticed him, and said that she was right, that our MC really didn't know anything about love. Our MC felt ashamed, and made some excuses. He said that it was ridiculous, that he was the most evil and powerful demon king, and that he could do anything, including love, and that he would prove it to her, while he flew away, while the girl was confused, and wondered if our MC was for real. After that event, the scene showed his castle, where the maid told the demon general that their king had retreated. She didn't know why he suddenly flew back to the castle in the middle of a battle with the hero, while the general couldn't believe it, and defended him, saying that their king would never flee from any battle, and asked where he was right now. Then the maid guided him to our MC, and the two of them saw their king, and the maid said that upon his return, he had done nothing but sit there all day, while looking at the sky. I think our MC was frustrated about love, just kidding. The general was wondering, and saw our MC mumbling. He said that perhaps he was plotting a new strategy to fight the hero, but then he heard him say out loud that he was incapable of love, and ask himself what love was. The general was confused, while our MC decided that he would go to her. And then he flew away, while his general tried to stop him, and followed him, and asked where he was going, and said that he would be there to support him, while our MC said that he was going to find love, while the general's reaction was like this. After that, in the human kingdom, our MC disguised himself as a human, and said that the human kingdom's defense was so easy to infiltrate, and wanted to see the human love, but he suddenly felt something, and used his power, the demonic eye, and saw from afar that there was a hooligan harassing a woman, saying that ever since he laid his eyes on her, he couldn't forget her, and saying that he wanted to have some fun. While our MC saw this, he wondered if it was called love, and said that experience beats everything, and that he must try it right now, and noticed a girl, and said that the girl was the perfect target, but our MC didn't know that this girl was the girl that he fought before. Now our MC asked the girl the same words that the hooligan said, and when the girl turned around, our MC was shocked by what he saw, wondering why the girl was there, while the general wondered where our MC was. Now the girl was confused, and she didn't notice that he was the demon king, and she confirmed that our MC said that he liked her, while our MC was panicking, and thought that the situation was bad, and wondered if the girl recognized him, because if that happened, the girl would laugh at him. So he thought of an idea to make a believable excuse, to not be noticed by her. So he said that he liked her battle style, and said that she was amazing on how she switched from melee to explosive magic in just an instant, and he wondered if the girl would believe that, and said that the girl wouldn't find out, because he was amazing. But the girl asked how RMC knew her battle style, and the girl figured it out, and jumped away from him. She said that there was only one person in this world who knew it, and that he cornered her and forced her to fight with his full strength. She knew that he was the Demon King, and said that he was so bold to show his face to her. At this moment, she wondered why RMC was there, and said that she was not mentally prepared to talk to him again, because she was embarrassed, because last time she said it out loud to him, she couldn't forget it, and every time she remembered it, it made her face red, and wondered why she said that cheesy line to him. And she thought that it could be a trap, to catch her off guard, because she thought that RMC was taking those words seriously, and she said that he knew exactly how to play with human emotions, so she said that she wouldn't let that happen again, and then she activated her power, the Holy Light. While RMC was panicking, and said that he needed to get away as soon as possible, because of that power, so many people got her attention, and recognized her, saying that the Maiden, the Holy Saint, was right there, and all the people wanted a blessing from her, so they rushed to her. And the girl was so confused, and she didn't know what she was going to do, while she was asking for help. And RMC was watching her, and he said that he felt bad, if he just left her there alone. Now the girl was so tired of them, saying that the place was dangerous, and they needed to get away from there, but none of them was listening to her, and she wondered why none of them was listening to her, and she said that she would never forgive herself if innocent people got hurt, because of her. But at that moment, RMC rushed there, and held the hand of the girl, saying that he would help her, and with a snap of his finger, the two of them escaped from there, and teleported to the demon castle, to his room. Now the two of them were on the bed, and RMC said that how long the girl was planning to stay on top of him, while the girl was so clueless, and didn't notice it, and the atmosphere in this scene was so intense, and the girl's senses came back to her. She was surprised and moved away from him, while her face turned red, and she asked him where she was, and RMC replied to her that she was in his castle in the demon realm, and said to her that his last mark was his bed, so the two of them teleported to his bed, and this was the reaction of our waifu. While confirming if she was in the demon realm, and RMC said that she was in his place, hearing that, she couldn't believe it, and said that he didn't expect her to believe that he was just trying to help her, because he was the Demon King, while shouting it in his face, while he said that it was true, but our waifu didn't believe him and cast a magic dimension to get her sword, while outside the door, the maid heard RMC's voice, and she opened the door to see if RMC had come back, and when she entered the room, she said that she thought that he was going on a trip, but the maid didn't notice the situation, but when she opened her eyes, she didn't expect to see this, and rushed away from there, while making an apology, that she didn't know that RMC was doing some activity. I think she misunderstood it, but forget it, now the two of them were stopped at that moment, and RMC said that what was she talking about. Now, after that event, in the human kingdom, our waifu was back to her home, and went to her bedroom, and she wondered if the Demon King was just acting, and she asked herself what RMC wanted, and thought that RMC was tracking her. But at this moment, she remembered what happened on that day. She said that she ended up leaving after losing her will to fight, and that she was so tired, because she flew all day from the Demon Kingdom to the human realm, and that dealing with RMC was so exhausting. After that thought, she said that it was a good thing that the academy would start again, and that she could calm down a bit there inside the Holy Church group, and that she could get away from RMC's presence. But she didn't know that RMC was there, and heard all of that. Now, in the Goddess Stella Academy, Holy Church Educational Institution, our waifu was a bit tired, and wanted to sleep more, because she spent all of her night looking for our MC, who appeared in his place but was gone as soon as he appeared. So our MC noticed her, but at this moment, she didn't expect that our MC would show up at the academy, accompanied by his general, and she was shocked, and went there to face him, while our MC wanted to register at the academy, because he wanted to find love, and he wanted to become better for our waifu, and he thought that by doing this action, he would understand the human environment, to seek what love meant. But his general misunderstood it too, and thought that RMC's senses had finally come, and that he would fight the hero seriously, and said that RMC would get the victory, and shouted, because of the joy he felt, and said that he would assist him to find out everything about the hero, while people around them said that he was a fanatic guy. After that, RMC was now in the registration field, and saw this sign that had two options, the low offering and the high offering, while the general said that it was obvious that they wanted to separate the social classes, and RMC offered a high-quality material, and these two were so surprised by what they were seeing, and RMC thought that his offer was the best, because it was a rare gem, but the two of them burned it, because that gem was from the demon land, and the outcome was that the two of them got into the low class, and now to pass the trial, they needed to show their skill, to be accepted into the academy. Now RMC cast a powerful meteor storm magic, while all the participants who saw it were panicking, while his general said that it was only level 1 magic, and that the humans were scared like that, but thankfully, our waifu was finally there, and used a magic barrier, to protect the place and the people, and rushed over to RMC, and she asked him what he was doing in their academy, and lectured him, and she asked him what his real intention was towards her. Saying this loud, all the people in the academy heard it, and all of them were shocked, and could not believe what drama they were watching, and also the general was so surprised too, and the instructor asked the saint if RMC was her friend, and the people thought that RMC was her boyfriend, and all of them said that RMC was so strong too, while she was so embarrassed by what she heard from them, and her face turned red again.